It was many years ago when I started building websites with WordPress. And at that time when I started, we were limited to only a couple options on how we built our WordPress websites. The first one, and this is the most common one, were pre-built themes. Like, you go to Theme Forest, you have a bunch of themes on there. We would pick a theme based on, okay, this is what we want the website to look like, and that would be our deciding factor. The second option would be to build a custom theme or a custom WordPress website, which it took a lot of time, a lot of dev skills, a lot of expertise. And then if you wanted to make changes, it wasn't as easy. Now, there was a problem with the pre-built themes, and that was there was limitations on them. You could only do whatever the theme allowed you to do. If you wanted to build something, you had an idea, but it wasn't part of the theme, well, then you either had to do a lot of custom development for it, or if you weren't a developer, more of just of a designer or a do-it-yourselfer, building your own website, it just couldn't be done. And then the problem with the custom themes and the custom WordPress websites, well, they cost a lot more money, they take a lot more time, and you need a higher level of expertise when it comes to web development. But then Elementor came in, and that changed everything. When Elementor came in fact, it was instant attraction to me because what it did was it lifted those limitations. No longer were we limited to a theme because what Elementor did was it allowed us to build websites the way we want to build them. What's up, everyone? I'm Jeffrey at Lightbox. I'm a full stack designer. I'm also the founder and creative director of our agency Lightbox, and I am an official Elementor community leader. So you can say I kind of love Elementor. In fact, I don't know if you can see back there, I got a little Elementor plaque thing going on. I fell in love with it because it allowed us to do things with our websites that we could never do before. And that's why I want to give an introduction for anybody new to building websites with WordPress, or if you are building your own website for yourself, I want to give an introduction to Elementor because this has changed how we build websites. So what is Elementor? Well, it's classified as a page builder, meaning we could build our web pages any way that we like without having to write code. It also acts like a theme builder. So let me explain. All right, so with themes, the pre-built ones, they have all kinds of settings and all kinds of things you could do in it. With Elementor, you don't need any of that. In fact, I like to use Hello Theme, which is a completely blank, bare theme with no options or anything in it. It allows us to build the entire site with Elementor. Now, with a pre-built theme, that would control your header, which is your menu and the top part of the website. It would control your footer. If you have a sidebar, it would control the sidebar. And then if you have, say, a WooCommerce website, it would control what the shops can do. Same thing with the blogs. Those are the main theme elements, and usually what the theme takes care of for us. But again, when we depend on a theme for those elements like your header, your footer, your menu, you're limited to whatever it gives you and allows you to do. With Elementor, we could control all that and we could build it the way that we like it, all without having to use code in a very easy way that even a non-developer or non-web designer could go ahead and do themselves. Now, how to get started? There are two versions of Elementor. You got the free version and the pro version. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. I do not believe the free version is enough to build a website. I kind of feel like the free version is just there to test it out and to see how it is. I mean, it is possible. There's a lot of tutorials, but I don't want to teach anybody to do things wrong because the pro version doesn't cost that much. And if you're building your website for yourself, that little bit of investment is going to save you so much time because the free version does not do those things that we depend on a theme for that we just discussed. Things like building your header and your menu, things like building a footer, your shop pages, your blog pages, those important elements right there that are part of the theme. But the Elementor Pro covers all of that. Not only that, I have to say, just for the form alone, the contact form, I found when I was brand new building WordPress websites, the contact form was one of the most challenging things to build. I'd have to write so much code to make it look decent. With Elementor, that form code is so easy to make And that alone is worth the investment to get the Pro. And I'm not saying all this because I'm an Elementor fanboy and I'm not an Elementor salesman. I'm just trying to share what I believe is going to help everybody out the most. Now, the theme. You do got to have a theme with every single WordPress website. With Elementor, we don't need no crazy theme that could do all kinds of stuff. In fact, we don't want that at all. We want something very lightweight, something that doesn't have much in it, because Elementor is already pretty big and robust in its own. And we want to make sure our websites are fast. So to do that, you would pair up Elementor with a lightweight theme. I suggest either going with Hello Theme or Astra. Those are the two that I personally use on all of our projects. Next up, if you are building the site on your own and you're brand new to building websites, I always suggest by starting off to choose a website that you like. Find one that you like and use that as your reference and sort of replicate that, but put your own little changes on it. But I would try to replicate a site, get it close to it, because that's going to help you to be your guide. In fact, even myself, as a professional web designer, before I build a website, I always create a mock-up, high fidelity mock-up, so I know what I'm building. Next up, when you do start building your Elementor website, you want to start with your theme elements. So you're going to start with your header. Build the header out first. Next up, go ahead and build your footer. And then start building page by page. And most importantly, have fun with it. The bottom line, Elementor is a good entry point for anybody brand new to building websites. There are a lot of good other page builders and theme builders out there. Some of them that I use as well. But I feel and still believe today and still for the near future, Elementor is going to be the best option for anybody new just getting started to building websites or building a website for yourself. I mean, it has over 5 million websites right now using Elementor. Also, if you need help, there are tons of tutorials. I got several of them out there that could help you get started. And there is a huge Facebook community for Elementor, which you can find me in. So if you ever want to connect with me, go to the Facebook group for Elementor and you'll see me inside there. Well, I hope this video helps out. And I want to thank Verpex for taking that step to add value and helping out their community. I'm grateful to be a part of it. Thank you.